You seek Archduke Gortash, do you not? Take the door to the right of the throne, just through the grating. But know this. If you do not possess the stone he requires, he will cleave you straight through. I trust nothing more needs to be said on the matter. My lord requires a clear path to his magnificent future. We cut away the troubles and preamble. Do not face him without Orin's netherstone in hand, or you will meet the same end.
Founder of the Flaming Fist. Later history is kinder to him than accounts from his time, which portray him as a cruel and hard-handed mercenary commander. Dame Mafrey, the orphan's friend, founded several orphanages in the outer city, as the lower city was no place for children, and the upper city declined to sponsor an orphanage. This is a bust of the god Bane as he first appeared to Gortash in dreams, and was then described to a Rivington sculptor. Carrick started from nothing, built a financial empire and founded the counting house. He refused to mingle with the other patriarchs, saying, "They didn't want me when I was an urchin, and now they can't have me." Baldur's Gate ship captain Morgan Redlocks wed a man thrice her age. After the wedding, the groom suffered a heart attack. Redlocks converted his merchant ships into a pirate fleet. First of the Bormal patriarch family to start his own venture, Alec is the unscrupulous bastard who made their fortune in mines and vineyards.
You have the Netherstones. They resonate with my own. I commend you for putting an end to Orin's madness. She must be screaming bloody murder in the hells even now. My involvement with Orin was never a true alliance. A mad dog understands the yank of the leash on the hand of its master, but it cannot be an equal. You can be my equal. We will raise a black keep in Baldur's Gate. Then we will conquer the Sword Coast and unite all its peoples under our rule. But first, the brain awakens. We must act now. Faithful, come forward. Hand me the Netherstones and we will rule as one.
Call me cynical, but I'm not sure we can trust the god of tyranny's chosen to happily share power.
You spot the hint of a smile. He is testing you. He wants you to refuse.
I'm not here for games. Hand me the stones, or face the black hand of Lord Bane.
Gortash studies you carefully in turn. He is shrewd and headstrong, and he expects the same of you.
As they should. I was merely testing you. This should be an alliance of peers. You've got a backbone and the makings of a leader. The Dark Lord Bane blesses our alliance. Our time is short. The Elder Brain is held beneath the city. We must go to it if we're to control it. There is a vessel to the Morphic pool where the brain feeds. I will wait for you at the pool. With the Netherstones in hand, the brain can't resist us. We will be absolute, with an infected army at our beck and call. First, we take Baldur's Gate, then Faerun. All of Toril will soon follow. 1,000 kingdoms at our command.
Can't you feel it?
From bonds free, no more slave. Liberators, saviors, pawns, dupes, fools, released, usefulness ended, targeted, killed, death unavoidable.
You are asking the impossible. Gyrometics require a steady hand and a sharp gaze. I can barely keep my eyes open. I need to rest.
You have a son, do you not? Is he as lazy and pathetic as his spineless mother?
Wait! Stay your hand, I beg you.
Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
Tell me, Gondian, tell me about your son.
He's not... Yes, Overseer Holt. He's frail in body and mind like me, like all of us. Yet by your grace, he lives.
And your wife?
She was useless and interfered with production quotas. You were wise to remove her from this world. Forgive my outburst. I will work through the night. This watcher will be operational by dawn.
I will allow it. But if your work is anything short of impeccable, your son will die screaming. Is that clear?
Yes. Overseer Holtz.
Dread brother, stand ready. Gondians, so much as twitch, and I'll rip your tongues out myself.
You recognize the Overseer's uniform. She's a follower of Bane, the god of tyranny.
The relief crew was due hours past. Your tardiness will be noted, dread brother. Here, take this motivator. Be careful. This one's trigger is sensitive. If you drop it, it's likely to incinerate them all. I hope Lord Gortash gives the signal soon. I'm getting tired of their whining.
You are fortunate to be here, dread brother. The joy of seeing a completed watcher pacify the masses is unmatched.
In his name.
Nothing is wrong, Overseer. I have everything under control.
By Khan's hammer, I'll have this done in record time. I swear it.
God forgive me.
I'm awake. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
For Lord Gortash's inspection, a panoply of 8 displays that show how Foundry production is meeting or exceeding all quotas.
Stay awake. Here goes nothing.
Hallmark of the steel watch, these immense watcher swords are forged in the upper city at the Hall of Wonders. This majestic Morian helm shields the watcher's gyronetic and targeting modules.
Stay awake. Just stay awake. Please! Please, work!
Here, in unpowered prototype form, stands a completed steel watcher, the proudest achievement of the Foundry, and a tribute to the untiring efforts of the Bainite overseers.
But then optical targeting...
It's a diagram of mechanical designs, not just written, but ridged, so that blind fingers can trace out their shapes.
Non gufgrish of the lore. Your nervous gait betrays your presence, stranger. You don't belong here. Who are you? What? Go away! Your presence imperils us all. If any of us attempts to escape, our kin will die. The Overseers, they have a contraption. When triggered, it will kill everyone who wears a collar. You underestimate the enemy. The Overseers, they are Glixbran Rakthar. The collars are not only equipped with explosives, there is also a mechanism that alerts the Overseers if they're removed. One of us may be able to save themselves, but it would be at the expense of everyone else. We can't risk it. Even if we did somehow unshackle our collars simultaneously and overthrow our oppressors, there would be consequences. Our families are held elsewhere. The Overseers need only activate those contraptions they hold, and they suffer the consequences of our actions too. We cannot win. We must aid in building these Vakron. Gungal. Aye. Even more, I'd help you destroy this place. I don't know where they are, but some of the Overseers must. You'll have to infiltrate deeper into the Foundry. Just make sure you don't get caught. If they raise the alarm, they'll trigger the collars. I will pray for you. My daughter, her name is Obilia. Gondral Frakas Hulnish. May Gond be with you.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
The Bainites collared us. Forced us to build the steel watchers. Made me. Kill my husband.
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Used to prep brains for parasitic insertion. Now I create optic relays. Because he found out where they're holding our sons captive.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Baldur's Gate sewer system could use a few improvements.
The smell getting to you, Lae'zel?
It isn't the smell that bothers me. It's the inefficiency.
But we are
An entire
troublemakers.
underground wasted on waste that could simply be teleported to wild space.
Once the Absolute's finished, I'll be sure to propose your idea to the Council.
Orders! Lord Gortash's orders were clear. The Iron Throne must be destroyed.
All right, we're good to go.
Will, my pet, I was hoping you'd bound along. A bargain's a bargain, and I've come to see it through. Mia Furia. Kneel for me.
What are you doing?
Exactly what you asked for. Now, stand back and enjoy the show.
Calmness greets you upon exiting the submersible. Unlike the Iron Throne, you remain intact. So, it seems, will the families of all the hostages rescued from the throne. Duke Ravengard approaches you, looking confused.
He's tadpoled, but under my protection now, just like you. His mind is his own again.
Father?
Will... Gods, it pains me to look at you. By Baldur's graces, why have the hells ordained you to save me?
Your tadpole resonates with Ravengard's. The exhausted Grand Duke is a flurry of emotion.
By every last hell, son, my head.
Ravengard's head still aches so powerfully the pain seeps into you. The Absolute may be silenced, but the Duke's parasite still remains.
I know you have questions. Please, go to our camp. You'll be safe there. We'll talk soon enough.
Ravengard answers with silence. He and Will have much to discuss.
I can't thank you enough. I was certain that place was to be my cold, wet tomb. You saved us. Saved us all. I thought it impossible, but you did it. We were kept hostage to control our families and the Steel Watch Foundry, to keep them building Gortash's death machines. Please, they need to know what happened here. They have no reason to obey Gortash anymore. If they rebel, it'll put a dent in Gortash's steel might. He did? Of course he did. I knew it. I knew he would do something.
Ogro is free. Free.
Bloody hells! I was a goner for sure. Thank you.
My sincerest thanks, friend. I don't know what possessed you to find us in that place, but I am surely glad you did.
My lord, your act of valor will go down in Gondian history!
Still hurts. But thank you.
It's over, right? There's not more cutting. Thank God.
That was amazing. Like one of them old hero stories. Thank you.
Featherweight Falson will be back in the ring in no time. Once my daughter Claw is freed.
What they were doing with us was horrid. Thank you for saving me.
You were so heroic. My word. I can't wait to tell Squav what happened. God, I hope he's all right.
By God, I'm glad you showed up. Hopefully Frell's not too worried about me.
Listen, lad. Only a special sort could have done what you did. Thank you.
I'll get to your camp. We'll talk there.
You were to administer Umberlee's justice. Instead, you conspire with the abomination. He who sickened the harbor with blood so black the sea itself chokes.
Gods, they're nuts. You have to help me.
Step out of the way. Protect him, and Umberlee will swallow you whole. Your lies won't save you. Give us the abomination or be counted as his ally.
What? Mate, you've got to be kidding.
Come quietly. The Sea Queen will judge you.
I surrender, all right. You wouldn't hurt a harmless man, right? And you, thanks for nothing, prick.
Thank you again. May Gon's grace guide you.
You tamed the Beastmaster. We thank you, friend.
First you cleave my heart in twain, now you shatter it to pieces. My son, a monster. Twisted beyond recognition. To think my blood flows through those veins. Is this my fate? To be freed from Gortash's hell, only to be trapped in yours?
It isn't what you think. It never was.
You turned your back on me, on your city, to chase the she-devil and her power. She stinks up the place even now. It is exactly what I think.
Ravenguard's tadpole clenches as your memories and wills flow into him.
My tears wounds. I'm in your mind.
The Grand Duke sees Mizora and her infernal sisters. He sees the agony in Will's face as an impossible choice is set before him.
No. My son.
The past becomes present, and Will's thoughts are laid bare. Ravenguard sees Will partnering with Mizora to defeat Tiamat's cultists before they could lay siege to Baldur's Gate, and he sees everything beyond. The Nautiloid journey, the perilous path to Moonrise, the astral prism, and the Emperor within.
Well, everything I did for Baldur's Gate. I did for you.
My son, you sold your soul to save Baldur's Gate, and I cast you out for it. You gave yourself to the Hell's eternal fires so I might walk free. By the gods, can you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive. You wanted to protect the city. I only ever wanted the same.
You are a better man than most, and a better son than I deserve. I'll yet make amends, but my duty is first and foremost to the city and its people. There's something I must ask of you. Before I was captured, I was on a mission. Returning from Elturel, I discovered the plans of the Absolutists. I immediately realized the city couldn't defend itself against such an army. I didn't despair, because the city has a secret guardian, a worm that sleeps beneath, He can be called upon in times of great need. This is such a time. You've been trained in the ways of the great champions and proven to be one of them. The worm will answer your call. You must seek him out. A bronze dragon, yes. He sleeps beneath us even now, awaiting a hero to rouse him. The worm goes by many names. Ansur, the waiting storm, the heart of the gate. He promised Baldur he'd protect the city if ever its existence was threatened, but just the once. Since then, the city has faced countless threats, but we always overcame. There was never a need to call on the worm. Until now, the Absolute is the greatest threat Baldur's Gate ever faced. The worm must be awakened, and the task falls to you. Take this. The legend of Ansur. An ancient epic. Ill-remembered. Dismissed as a mere tale. Let it set the path before you.
Baldur's Gate stands on the brink of the abyss. My father was clear. We awaken the worm and take back the city.
Will, you are more valorous than Baldur himself. May the city know the truth of my only son. Pride of Ravengard. Pride of Baldur's Gate.
We'll finish what my father couldn't. We'll awaken Ansur, the heart of the gate. I disappointed him once. I won't do it again. I do, and so does my father. Go on, read the legend of Ansur. Then we can plan our next steps. It's complicated. There's the joy of reconciliation, the relief of forgiveness, and the anxiety of new expectation. It's a flurry of emotion. I'm not sure how to make sense of it. Joy. To my father, I was only ever a boy. Incredible that he can see the man I became. Once all this is ended, once we've crushed the brain and freed the people, I could once more call Baldur's Gate home. Whether I return there, well, only time will tell.
The Absolute's voice is gone, but I still hear its echoes. Reflections of reflections. Hell's Floric. While the Absolute commanded my mind, I condemned her to death and confined her in Worm's Rock prison. She stood by me even as the Hell's fires lapped at my feet. You must free her. Please. Floric's a great friend to me, and a great friend to the city. She'll make a stalwart ally for you. Tremendous news. She proves as loyal to you as she is to me. I couldn't bear it if she died by my command. May the Triad guide her steps. I was returning from Elturel. My traveling party stopped at an inn, Joaquin's Rest, to lay our heads. It wasn't the heat that woke me. It was the scent. Cultists had set fire to the place. I don't remember being taken. Just the smoke burning my throat before I fell. I awoke in Moonrise Towers, inside one of those damnable pods. The rest, Well, the rest goes without saying. A complicated one. I went to greet Elturel's High Overseer, only for the Archdevil Zariel to drag the city into the hells. I've been touched by Avernus, been a plaything for demons, a tale for other places, other days.
You have beaten and tormented us to the brink of insanity. You cut out my eyes, but we will bow no more. Gondians! Rip the motivator from this bastard's hands! For Gond!
Warning. Sequence trigger imminent. Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
No! The motivator! Deactivate it! Hurry!
That was close. What happened to Obelia? Is she safe? My heart. I thought her lost. I would give more than just my sight to keep her safe. Our destination is the Neurosita, the nerve center of the Steel Watch. Guide me there, and I'll do the rest. My fellow Gondians, flee this prison. We're bringing this place down.
Burn this place to the ground, and the Bay Knights with it.
I want my house, and my cat, and my wife. I want this all to go away.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Two men. Only two men knows. My knights and my husband beat me for eavesdropping. The prison, the Iron Throne, it's underwater, submersible, and a warehouse. Docks.
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Bay Knights came, took over the foundry, forced us to make steel watches.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Slow death and decay. We're near cadaver preparation, aren't we? Poor bastards are shipped in from all over the realms. Most come from a fellow called Balthazar, by way of Moonrise Towers.
The inscription reads, "Fresh supplies for the Steel Watch, courtesy of necromancer Balthazar."
A cadaver with the brain removed. Is this how they puppet the Steel Watch?
If I've counted my footsteps correctly, this door leads to the Foundry's depths and the Neurosita.
A parasite stirs within the pickled brain, twitching. As your mind connects, you feel yourself become strong, powerful, metal. You are a Steel Watcher, charging through the streets in pursuit of a young girl. She is screaming. For a split second, you wrest control. The Steel Watcher's legs lock. It crashes to the ground. The little girl disappears down an alley. Safe for now. Your mind whirls as the brain, swimming with parasitic juices, connects with yours. With a jerk, your mind is transported. You look down, your body of pure steel and power whirring. A dwarf cowers before you.
Please, Mr. Steel Watcher, sir. I'll never steal again. I swear it on my mum's life. Just let me go.
You take control, but it is a struggle. Your body freezes as the parasite fights back.
So, I can go. Oh, thank you, Mr. Steel Watcher, thank you.
You are kicked from the Watcher as the dwarf flees, unaware of how close he came to death. The Watcher this brain controls is offline for maintenance. The brain dreams, images of life in a garden cottage in spring. Your tadpole eagerly responds to the parasite in the brain jar. You blink to find yourself standing at Worm's Crossing. You are a Steel Watcher, a guardian of Baldur's Gate. Before you stands a group of humans.
He said he was Flaming Fist, that we had to empty our pockets if we wanted to enter the city. We didn't know it was a scam. We have nothing left, and my kids are half-starved. Please, let us into the city. We have nowhere else to go.
You are a mouse to an elephant, so overwhelming is the parasite's power. You reach behind you, but the family runs before you can draw your sword, fleeing towards the risen road, and most likely, their deaths. The brain in this jar is controlling a Watcher on sentry duty at Worm's Rock. It patrols back and forth, vigilant for trouble. The brain in this jar is aware that its Watcher is on duty in the control center, vast and throbbing with illithid telepathy. It ignores your mind touch as a mere distraction.
Wait! Elevator gyroscopes, triple set quadrupex. No, it can't be. I hear it through the floor. Powerful, indestructible. The ultimate Watcher. The Titan.
Of course, they built an indestructible super Watcher. Why wouldn't they?
It shames me to admit this, but you must face this beast of Gondian folly alone. I would be crushed in an instant. When it raises its shields, strike it with every scrap of magic and might you possess, and pray to God that it does not fire upon you. Good luck, my friend.
This head belonged to the automaton you encountered in the Underdark. How did it come to be here? The Neurositer awaits your input. The Neurositer is the epicenter of the Steel Watch, controlling and connecting every single Watcher in the city. Its technology is far beyond anything you have ever seen. You will need more than magic or steel to destroy it.
The Neurositer. I can hear its hum. Familiar, yet painful. I helped design the Steel Watchers, toiled night and day on the first bipedal prototype. It is fitting it ends this way. I will bring down not only the Steel Watch, but the very foundry itself. This place will be smoke and rubble when I am finished. Are you ready, my friend? Like the foundry, the Neurositer's exterior is near impossible to penetrate. However, its inner circuitry is highly unstable. I'm going to rain fire upon it from the inside out. Gond, let your hammer be my courage, your furnace my heart.
That was a hell of a show, my friend. Watchers collapse in the street as we speak. And the foundry. Well, it won't stain this beautiful city with its abominations. Not anymore. But it's not over. So long as a single parasitic Gondian remains, Baldur's Gate is under threat.
Enough, Walbrin. Gortash enslaved us, forced us to build his steel watches, but no more. Take the city, let the Iron Hands reign supreme. I just wish to go home and hold my daughter. He'll never find us. We have safe houses all over the city. We are no threat. I swear it.
Please. If a Gondian told me the sky was blue, I'd look outside and check. You Gondians will lie, scheme, and torment this city until your dying breaths. Let's end this!
Walbrin, enough! I won't watch as you poison your soul and the brilliant future that remains to the Iron Hand gnomes. I thought the Iron Hand gnomes had corrupted you, Walbrin. Now, I wonder if it wasn't the other way around. Kill the Gondians, and you kill all we love. Collaboration, challenge, solving problems with the power of reason, creativity, and invention. I still want to believe you're better than that, Walbrin. But even I am having my doubts. I say you're right. They deserve a leader who'll encourage them to create, not destroy. They deserve someone like me. I can't save you from yourself, Walbrin. It hurts terribly, but I can't. Toss your values in the bin if you want, but don't throw out the Iron Hands with them.
This is ridiculous. Iron Hands. Kill this man.
How dare you? Cowards!
The Gondians recognize Barkus Root as leader of the Iron Hand gnomes and look forward to ushering in a new peace between our factions.
It is with a heavy heart that I remove Walbrin Bongle from our ranks. You have until first light to leave the city. Walbrin.
I expect treachery from all sides, but you, little Barkus, the boy who followed me from the Underdark, who clung to me like moss to stone, when we next meet, my hammer will cleave your skull in two, and that is a promise.
An alliance with the Iron Hands. I didn't think it possible. The Gondians are in your debt, my friend. Simply call, and we will be by your side. I swear it.
Well, here we are. A most unexpected outcome. I take no pleasure in ousting Walbrin. But he's not the old friend I remember. When did he get so angry? So violent? Someone like that cannot lead the Iron Hand gnomes. We need peace. Thank you for your encouragement. I needed it, and have done since the day we met. I may have lost Walbrin, but I found a far preferable ally. Friend, even. Now, myself and the Iron Hand gnomes have much to disentangle. But when you're ready to face what's waiting for you, believe me, we will be at your side. Shoo then, for now, my friend.